Welcome to the English news of Bình Phước Radio, television station, and newspaper. Here are the headlines for today, and I'm Thu Anh. Bình Phước leaders attend businesses conference with Prime Minister. Bình Phước take care of disadvantaged children. Vietjet reports positive performance in the first half. Quảng Ninh to open Vân Đồn Móng Cái Expo on National Day. Ensuring stable macroeconomic conditions to reach the long-term goal of sustainable economic development were emphasized by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính at a recent conference with businesses around Vietnam, including those in Bình Phước province. Chaired by the Prime Minister, the conference had the theme Proactive Adaptation, Quick Recovery, and Sustainable Development.
The conference heard that, as of July, more than 870,000 businesses were operating around the country, up 13% compared to 2019. In the first 7 months of this year, more than 130,000 enterprises entered or returned to the market, a year-on-year increase of 26.8%. Businesses also added capital totaling 3.3 trillion Vietnam dong, or $141 million, 37% more than in the same period last year. Export turnover rose 16.1% to $216.35 billion. Optimistic about the prospects for economic recovery, more than 90% of enterprises retained their operational scale or plan to expand in the third quarter. Ministries and businesses contributed opinions on developing the economy and addressing difficulties and obstacles in domestic and global markets. After analyzing the setbacks and risks in both domestic and international markets, the Prime Minister called on businesses to quickly overcome the consequences of COVID-19 while proactively adapting and recovering for sustainable development. The future will present both opportunities and challenges, so businesses need to focus on ensuring stable macroeconomic conditions and keep a close watch on market developments at home and abroad, the government leaders stressed.
Even though the Mid-Autumn Festival is more than a month away, mooncake stalls have been popping up everywhere. Many cakes, though, are more expensive than in previous years.
According to mooncake shops, the price of raw materials such as flour and sugar have increased by 20 to 50%, so mooncake prices have similarly increased. Cakes of regular quality sell for between 60,000 Vietnam dong and 70,000 Vietnam dong, or $2.55 and $3, while those with unique designs and flavors go for more than 100,000 Vietnam dong each, or $4.25. The Mid-Autumn Festival came at a critical time regarding the COVID-19 pandemic last year, which affected sales significantly. With the pandemic largely under control, consumers are willing to buy mooncakes at higher prices this year. Handmade mooncakes are also popular among consumers.
The People's Committee of Bù District held a ceremony recently to recognize Đường 10 commune as a new style rural area.
Đường 10 commune is one of 8 communes in Bù District to become a new style rural area after more than 11 years of implementing the program of national targets. The local party committee, authorities and people have worked together to develop the economy and infrastructure. As of 2021, the commune has fulfilled all criteria for a new style rural area. The agriculture, forestry and fisheries sector accounts for 88.6% of local industry, with the remainder in trade and services. Local annual per capita income stands at 44 million Vietnam dong, or $1,880. The poverty rate is 4.13%. The commune successfully mobilized 125 billion Vietnam dong, or $5.3 million, to develop rural areas.
In 1999, the United Nations General Assembly announced August 12 as Annual International Youth Day to promote human rights and human development, especially among youth. Bình Phước Province has paid due regard to taking care of youngsters, particularly those from disadvantaged backgrounds.
At the Provincial Social Protection Center and facilities for orphans and children with disabilities, youngsters receive both material and spiritual support. Sympathizing with their lack of childhood emotional care, staff treat the children like family members and hope to offer them a cozy home. Besides meal and clothing, the staff also create conditions for children to study. Many even pursue higher education and secure employment upon graduation. In addition to the support of local authorities, many benefactors inside and outside of the province frequently support the children in overcoming difficulties and striving for a better future.
As the domestic and international travel demand recovers robustly, Vietjet Aviation Joint Stock Company has reported a positive business performance in the second quarter and the first half of 2022.
In the year's second quarter, Vietjet's total air transport revenue reached some $488 million, increasing by 15% against the pre-pandemic level in 2019, with its after-tax profit standing at approximately $1.54 million. Especially its domestic revenues in the second quarter jumped by over 30% compared to the 2019 same period, with 53 domestic services. As for the first 6 months results, the airline's air transport revenues and its consolidated revenue reached $632 million and $693 million respectively, both higher than the pre-pandemic levels in 2019. Overall, Vietjet's after-tax profit for the first half reached $3.26 million, while its consolidated profits were $18.3 million.
Despite being an agricultural country, Vietnam is dependent upon imports to process many products, including soybean products. Amid market volatility with high raw material prices and supply chain disruption, many businesses have begun to develop their own raw material areas.
After planting soybeans for a long period of time, Mr. Đặng Quang Chiêu in Cư Sút District, Đắk Nông Province, has only seen real profits in the past 3 years. A business provided Chiêu with new, high-yield and high-quality seeds that doubled his sales prices and very much improved his family's income. Many farmers in the area, after moving away from growing soybeans due to low productivity, are now planting the crop again. This is attributed to the Vina Soybeans Research and Application Center's active research, selection, and testing of a non-GMO soybean variety from more than 1,530 precious genetic resources. The area for soybean growing in Vietnam has continually declined since 2010 from nearly 198,000 hectares to just over 37,000 hectares. The main reason behind the decline is the low yield and poor quality of soybeans, which cannot compete with soybeans from elsewhere. The active creation of high-quality soybean varieties will help businesses develop high-quality and stable raw material areas for agricultural processing. Vietnam must still spend some $5 billion a year on importing soybeans and corn for domestic processing. Resolving this issue cannot be done overnight, but with the cooperation of farmers and businesses, Vietnam is expected to soon ease its dependence on material imports.
The Vân Đồn Móng Cái Expressway in the northern province of Quảng Ninh will be open to traffic on September the 2nd, Vietnam National Day. The expressway is expected to shorten the travel time between Vân Đồn district and Móng Cái city to 15 minutes and to create favorable conditions for the northeastern province of Quảng Ninh to make breakthrough developments and promote economic links in the region.
Nearly 40 years, the Vân Đồn Móng Cái Highway will play a strategic role in the socio-economic development of Quảng Ninh Province and other northern localities. Construction of the 80-kilometer highway began in 2019. It has 4 lanes and passes through the districts of Vân Đồn, Tiên Yên, Đầm Hà, Hải Hà, as well as Móng Cái City. The project was originally scheduled to open on August 1st, but was delayed by difficulties related to COVID-19 and other matters. Over 95% of work has been completed. Contractors are now striving to fully complete construction to open the highway during the third quarter. Once completed, the highway will shorten the travel time from Vân Đồn to Mong Cái from 2 hours to just 1. The highway will be an important transport gateway linking Vietnam and China and elsewhere in ASEAN, helping boost cross-border trade and turning Quảng Ninh province into a trade and service hub.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Once again, thank you for your watching and goodbye for now.